All right, here we go. So, a normal distribution is a graph or a distribution that looks like a bell curve. So right above normal, right, bell curve. Anytime you see normal, they mean bell curve. Important things to note. On a bell curve, the mean, the median, and the mode are all considered to be equal and right in the middle. The normal curve is bell-shaped and it's symmetric around the mean. The total area under the bell curve is 1. That makes sense because there's a 100% probability underneath there. Here's the middle, the mean. This one is the mean plus 1 standard deviation, the mean plus 2 standard deviations, the mean plus 3 standard deviations. We went over this with the empirical rule. Remember there was like 34% there, 34% here. This sounded familiar? Okay, but now we're going to talk about if it's a normal distribution, which, by the way, this is all about continuous data. Maybe you want to write continuous on here. Remember last chapter was all about discrete, and this chapter is all about continuous data, like weight, height, that kind of thing. So this lesson is all about just reading the chart, which means that this lesson is going to go really fast. I'm going to give away 3 prizes to 3 individuals. And then I'll give you time to work on your homework, and you'll finish it and not have any homework for the weekend. Okay? All right, here we go. Let's go fast. You've all done this before. Do you remember which way the chart reads? Does it read to the left, or does it read to the right?
Oh, this chart?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It reads to the left. This chart always reads to the left. Why don't you write that on top? Reads to the left. Okay. What is the difference between one side of the paper and the other side of the paper? Right. Now right here, we've got our z-scores. Remember, z-scores are how many standard deviations you are from the mean. So if you're 1 standard deviation above the mean, that's a positive 1. If you're 1 standard deviation below the mean, you're negative 1. You could be negative 1.25. Okay? And this is a chart that shows all of the percentiles that are related to those z-scores. So for example, before with the empirical rule, I could say, hey, if somebody was exactly 2 standard deviations below the mean as far as like their ACT score, then they are in like the 2.5 percentile. They're in the very, very low. But what if somebody wasn't negative 2? What if they were negative 0.25? Let's look it up. Look up negative 0.25. You're going to be on the positive side here. So do it with your partner and show them. Cole, make sure you take care of Jasmine. She's never done this before. Who else are my people who have never done it before? Zach, so Carter.
Negative 0.25.
Show Zach how to read it. Yeah, negative. So negative 0.25. So you're going to go down here. Negative 0.2. And then the hundredths are on the top, and your fingers go together. I got 0.4013. Yeah. You understand what I just said, Zach?
Yeah.
Okay, and that makes sense because if somebody is slightly below the average, being in the 40th percentile feels right. Everybody understanding that? Now, if they were slightly above the average, you would expect their percentile to be above 50%. So let's try right now. We're going to find the area under the standard normal curve to the left of negative 0.99. So let's do it together. We're on the negative side, negative 0.9, and then I find that 0.09 on top, bring my fingers together. I got 0.1611. Let's also make a quick sketch right now just so that we understand it. What's the z-score in the middle of a normal bell curve? 0. Because remember, it's how many standard deviations you are from the mean, and the mean's right in the middle. So the z-score is 0. And then here, I don't know, is negative 0.99, maybe a little bit over So we're looking for this area, which turns out to be about 16%. Okay? All right, your turn. Try with your partner.
So you go to points, was it points, 9?
Yes.
You go to, yeah, 2.1 and then to 0.03. So should the answer be 0.934? What do you say? 0.9834? Yep.
No, I'm absolutely excited.
Oh, sorry, we're figuring out.
I'm like enjoying going home every night.
This ain't no private deal.
Softball starts in a week.
Well, no.
Yeah, I know we have to do practice, so that's the thing outside.
Yeah.
Let me do what sign.
Yeah.
Are we supposed to do all of them?
No. All right. So, hands up if you want to win a prize. All you have to do is tell me your answer. One, two, Jasmine, no. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1.
Oh. What? I got points. Yeah.
You got it wrong.
9, 8, 34.
Yeah.
Triton.
Triton is also extremely pleased with himself. Go get a prize, Triton.
And also up there?
No. All right. Point 9834. Hey, I really suggest this. I know when you're going fast in your assignment, it's okay if you're not drawing bell curves every time. But oh my goodness, when you're on the AP test, draw a bell curve because you're gonna feel really stupid. Look up. If you accidentally look up negative 2.13 and your answer is like 1% when the picture looks like this. Okay? So make sure that you do know what you're talking about. All right, other side. All right, how do we find the area to the right then? Right, so you basically look up the percentage to the left and then subtract it from 1. So here's the bell curve. And this time we're doing 1.06. Everybody should be drawing this with me. 1.06, and we're looking for the area to the right. Tell me, what is a ridiculous answer?
99%.
99%. 50%. It's not 50%, right? Is it more or less than 50%? Less. Everybody see that it's less?
Yeah.
All right, so look up 1.06 right now, positive. I got 0.8554. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw an arrow going this way and say that 0.8554, that way is 85.54%. And to find the opposite, what do? Subtract from 1. 1 minus 0.8554.